are rolling.
Alpha is starting to fall into the clutches of both Defiant and Pulp.
Blink closing in on Dark here through the first sector.
Hawk has taken the lead back and is pulling away from Clear, and Magnum has fallen all the way back to dead last.
They need to get by Black Rose for the overall silver. Passing opportunity for Zoro. They fake inside, go outside, and have the lead. Looks to the outside, now to the inside. It's not gonna happen. The new duo Bedlam and Magnum are your Season 2 champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you here to the second race of Season 3 of the MSFC, here at the track of the Camo Hiders, Outpost Valley. In the last race, Icarus took the win for the Cherry Bullets. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going. On the podium as well, Vertigo of the Icy Hots and Glaive of the Moon Melodies, all those teams off to strong starts. The host team, the Camo Hiders, finishing in 7th with Hero. But for the first time this season, it's time for me to hand the mic over to our guest commentator for today.
Hello there everyone, I am your guest commentator here today. Chipper will be starting things off here. For the Camo Hiders, this is their home track, of course, Outpost Valley, here in Season 3. This track was the Chameleon Cross Paths back in Season 2. It has changed quite a bit since last time, but the first sector hasn't changed at all, so we should be expecting times around the same pace from Season 2. So that was quite a good time from Chipper, though we don't really know since it is the base time after all for Chipper. Of course, these marbles are racing for the first time here in Season 3 as they have not been in race number 1 yet. It's like Chipper looks quite good in Sector 2. Would they be able to handle in Sector 3? Which side would they be able to take? They take the right side of the field here? That be able to help them in any way? No, they look quite slow as they exit the course. It's gotta be, looks like a 54-second time almost for Chipper here. But I will still take P1 for now, as of course it is the first marble. See, now move on to Magnum of Klaus. Now, Magnum has not done the best here in the previous 2 seasons they have competed in. Of course, we now have some of these marbles have competed in 2 seasons now, so we do know what round they should be in. But Magnum is currently beating Chipper. Oh my, I did not see that coming from Magnum. They are entering the valleys now. At least that's what I would call them. It's looked quite good through the valleys actually, and they are still beating Chipper. Magnum looking to get quite a fast time here as we enter the invisible section. We could make or break a lot of these runs here. But Magnum looks quite good through it. What side would they take it in the splits? They go on the right side. It's quite fast from Magnum. They don't enter in 50 seconds though, like Chipper did, I think. The Magnum is still rolling. They're gonna get a slower time than Chipper. Chipper is still taking P1 for now. As we enter into our next marble, which is Black Rose of the Buccaneer Bounty. Buccaneer Bounty has rebranded from last season. They've gone really good in Season 5 of the MSFO. Would that be able to translate the same results here to MSFC with Black Rose? Black Rose was quite a decent racer in the previous 2 iterations. But it looks quite good here, really good. They're currently beating Chipper just like Magnum did in the first sector, but were they able to handle the second sector just as well? It's looking likely, but it's a slower time at the moment for Black Rose as we head into the invisible sector now, which has changed from the Season 2 version in Chameleon Cross Paths, heading into Outpost Valley, and that was a very poor entrance into the split there for Black Rose. That might slow their time a lot more than we think, and 50 seconds in, 51, 52 now, but I'm still gonna take P1. That was a very fast time from Black Rose indeed. What was I saying? So you now head into Augment of the Starry Sky. Augment is considered reverse race of the two here between Ogament and Brink, who competed in race 1. See how Ogament does here in race 2. They are actually looking quite good, but never mind, they're looking quite slow actually. But still plus 0.1 second time off Black Rose here, heading into the valleys now. It's looking quite good, but they do get a bump here that shouldn't really affect their time that much. But they do have another bump that should affect their time. Plus 1 second behind now, Black Rose. This could be a very poor time for Augment. Will they take a different side than what the other three marbles here have? Or will they take the same side? In the split section, no, they take the same side as the other three marbles have, so no real difference. We aren't able to compare the different sides yet. Augment's looking very slow though as they exit the course. And yeah, that's definitely gonna take dead last for now, 58 seconds. Oh, that was a bad time for Augment indeed. As he heads into our fifth racer, it is Icon of the Pantheon. Pantheon has been quite good all around these previous 2 seasons of MSFC, and they just won MSFO Season 5, so will they be able to do anything good here? And Icon just had a standout season. So will Icon be able to prove themselves here? Despite many people not thinking they were going to pick Icon for their number 2 racer this season, this time around. Looking quite good for Icon so far though. It looks like going to continue, but it looks quite slow as well. Would that be able to change anything? Yeah, 2 seconds off of the leading Black Rose. That's not good for Icon whatsoever. As they head into invisible section, they look quite fast for the invisible section actually. Heading into the split, where they change sides this time around? No, they did not. But Icon's looking very fast here. That could help Icon realistically a lot. So I can go through, and they take P1 for now. That's good news for Icon. As we head into our sixth racer here, it is Ampersand of the Iron Brotherhood. Ampersand is a brand new racer heading into MSFC for their first time as they have not competed in race 1. So let's see how they be able to do for their first time here. Saying first quite a lot for Ampersand here. If they'll be able to get first. It's looking quite good through the first section here. Only 0.42 off Icon here. They now enter into the valleys. Will they be able to gain speed in the valleys? It's not looking likely for Ampersand to be gaining speed. But they do actually. Never mind that. What am I saying? As Ampersand heads into the invisible section now, it is looking slower than what Icon did. As Ampersand is heading into the split, they do take the left side. So that means they're finally able to compare if the left side is better than the right this time around. As Ampersand is finally exiting the course, and they're gonna take P4 for now, which is in the advancement zone for the second part of quarterfinals. As we now move into our seventh race, which does have a brand new team here, Opal of the Twilight Terrors. Of course, Opal isn't a brand new marble. They've competed in both seasons prior, so we do have results to base off for Opal here. See how they're able to handle it though. It looks quite good in the beginning sector for Opal. It's like they're gonna get around a 13-second time, and they do, only a 0.1 second off time off Icon so far, as Opal is now heading into the valleys. It's also looking quite good for Opal of the Twilight Terrace here. As he heads into, they're beating Icon at the moment. They just need a good invisible sector, and they could have a really good time, but it's looking quite slow in the invisible sector for Opal as we head into splits. What side will Opal take? Will they take the left or the right? They're gonna take the left for now. Would that help Opal? Oh, they take a big bump there. That's gonna slow Opal's time quite a lot here. It's heading into 55 seconds plus, and that's what looked to be an amazing time turned into a terrible time after all for Opal here. As you now head into another new team, it is the Western Warriors with Tyrus. See how Tyrus will be able to do. Expected to do quite well, Tyrus is with that all of that high speed. But would that be able to transfer into the results? This is looking quite fast so far for Tyrus as they head into the loop and exit Sector 1 here. And they are currently beating Icon, this Tyrus is. As they head into the valleys now, will they be able to transfer that speed into the valleys? It is still looking quite good for Tyrus here. And they are destroying Icon's time. Oh my! As Tyrus heading into a visible section now, it is looking quite decent for Tyrus. It's looking quite speedy exiting the invisible sector, and they take the left side of the splits. Would that be able to help them in any way as they now head into the final stretch just Tyrus is? And looks to be an amazing time for Tyrus. They're going to take P1 for now, as we are now officially halfway through for the first part here in qualifying, as he now heads into Aero of the Cherry Bullets. Aero is a brand new racer, and Cherry Bullets is a brand new team as well. You do have 4 brand new teams here in Season 3 of MSFC, though they were in MSFL Season 5 prior. So I guess we do have some results to base off for some of these marbles here. Aero wasn't really that good, and they're showing +1 second time for Aero. That is not looking good here for Aero. Looks they get a bump there. It's gonna slow their time, and another bump for Aero. +3 seconds behind, oh my. And they haven't even entered the splits or the invisible section yet. And time's only going slower for Aero here. +40 seconds before they even entered the splits. This might be dead last for now for Aero. They are gonna take the left side sector for now as they head into the final stretch. This is looking to be a very slow time for the Cherry Bullets here, and that is not going to take dead last, luckily for Aero, though it is going to take 8th place for now. As we do now have Chase of the Nitrate. Chase is a brand new marble as well, heading into the season. Wasn't expected to do quite well. Let's see if they are able to change those views on this marble. Chase is currently rolling in with quite a good time here in the first sector, as there will be a +1 second time off tires as we head into the valleys now for Chase. It's looking quite good for Chase, actually. They are not making any mistakes currently. That is good. You're not really supposed to make mistakes. But they are still slowing down for Chase. Wasn't even recognizing that the Chase is slowing down a lot here. +40 seconds before they even enter the split. They do take the left side here, and all of these later marbles are taking the left side, maybe because they saw Tyrus take it and realized they could possibly have a faster time if they take the left side here. And they are going to improve in the third sector here, heading into 5th place so far. As we now have our 11th racer, which in Season 2 would have been our penultimate racer. So you see, we do have 4 brand new teams, but it is a brand new marble for the Moon Melodies here. It is Revo. Let's see how Revo be able to handle this course. It is looking quite fast for Revo. Revo is expected to do quite well as being one of the rookies here. They are very close to Tyrus's time at the moment. Will they be able to handle the valleys well here in Outpost Valley? And they get a quite bad bump this river have. And that's gonna significantly change their time quite a lot heading into the third sector with the invisible track. It is looking quite good in the invisible section. Which side will Revo take? They do take the right side. Don't think that was a deliberate choice though. Looks like they were trying to take the left side of the track though. And that is going to significantly hurt Revo's time here, and that's gonna not be in the top 4. No, actually, it is. What am I saying? That is definitely gonna be a top 4 time. It is beating Chipper behind Black Rose, as he now heads into Clear of Team Fire. Clear, many people didn't even expect Clear to be on this team by Season 3, but it ended up happening with a trade, and now Clear is on Team Fire. See how they'd be able to handle this course. Looking quite fast in Sector 1, only plus 0.48 second time behind Tyrus currently. See, they had now headed to Valleys. It is still looking quite good for Clear. They do get a bump there, but it looks like they are actually slowing down now as they exit, and that's going to be a plus 2 second time heading into Sector 3. It's going to be looking quite a poor time for Clear. They head to a visible section. They could still make a comeback like Revo and Chase did. That'd be able to help them. They do take the right side of the field here. Just tends to be the slower section of the two, as we have seen. That'd be able to help Clear. That doesn't look like it. And yeah, that is a very poor time. That's currently taking 10th place for now. As we do now have Awaken of the Shadow Hunters, the 13th racer here today in the Outpost family. Let's see how Awaken will be able to do. And it is looking quite good for now for Awaken in Sector 1. It is quite slower than most marbles here, but it is still quite a good time overall in the first sector as you now head to the valleys. They are slowing down heading into the valleys though. That might hurt their time quite a lot. It's like they are still slowing down quite a lot, this Awaken is. That's gonna hurt their time even more. 2.49 seconds off Tyrus at the moment. Awaken, though they're having a fast invisible sector, be able to do what Icon did and have a really good invisible and split section. They are currently taking the right side, and they're still looking quite fast. Does Awaken this? That is quite surprising for the Shadow Hunters here. Looks like they're gonna get a decently good time for Awaken. That's gonna take them into 7th. As we do now have Nova of the Icy Hots. Icy Hots are the fan favorites heading into this season. Predicted first overall. Let's see if they are able to get those results though. Nova is looking quite good so far, looking very speedy in the first sector. That should be a good time for Nova. Will it be able to be a good time? No, it's actually behind Tyrus at the moment. But will Nova be. They're still speeding up, does Nova have? Heading into the valleys. It's looking quite slow though in the valleys. And yeah, they're 1 second behind now, is Nova. Behind Tyrus as we head into the invisible section. That's actually looking quite fast for Nova. But which side will we be able to take in the splits? They take the right side of the split section. Will Nova here? And would that help them a lot? Oh, that's very slow here in the stretch. But that is still going to take in the top 4 position for now for Nova. As we head into our next marble, which is Tartarus of the Tartarus is now roading here, and they are looking quite good. This Tartarus is. Tartarus have competed in the previous 2 seasons, so let's see if they be able to do any better this time around. It's looking like quite a slow time in Sector 1 though for Tartarus. So they head into the valleys. They are looking quite good in the valleys though. It's looking very good in the valleys actually. But that is still gonna be a slow time overall for Tartarus here. They head into the invisible section. It's like Tartarus is slowing down quite a bit here. Heading into the split switch side, they may take the left side of the field, and Tartarus is slowing down quite a lot though. Even though the left side does seem to be faster, that's actually looking quite a good time for Tartarus. What am I saying? That's taking P2 for Tartarus. Well, couldn't even tell what has happened there. Tartarus surprisingly had a very fast time overall as he now heads into Zoro of the Motown Madness. Zoro is a very fast marble we have seen in the previous seasons of the MSFC. Now they have 99 speed overall, be able to help them at all in this race. They do quite bad in the first sector though. 1 second off behind Tyrus, which is not where you need to be if you want to gain any ground off that Tyrus marble. But they are looking quite good in the valleys. They are slightly faster in the valleys than they were in the first sector, though that doesn't seem to help them. They're quite fast here in the visible section. Which side will they take? They take the right side here, the Zur is, and they are now heading into the final stretch to be quite a decent time from Zoro. And that is gonna take P4. They are currently in the advancement zone for Zoro. As we now move into the battle for pole, these four marbles are battling to see who will take the second pole of the season. Tyrus is currently taking the overall lead. Tartarus is in second, though Icon is currently chasing, and Zoro's far behind, but they are all quite close as they exit the first sector here. It is still Tyrus leading, though. The other three marbles are all trying to chase Tyrus here. We enter the valleys now. Tyrus is currently leading. Though Zoro is gaining ground and they passed Icon and they also passed Tartarus. Zoro is gaining ground a lot and they are still gaining on Tyrus. Will Zoro be able to pass Tyrus here as we enter in the splits? Doesn't look likely as Tyrus takes the left, so does Zoro. Tartarus gets passed by Icon. Tartarus does 4 to 4th now, as Tyrus is looking amazing so far in this mini race as he head into lap number 2 for Tyrus. Of course, this is the final lap here. Tyrus is still currently holding the lead. Zoro is in second. Tyrus is having a very good time here. Tartarus is getting a bunch of speed. Will they be able to pass Icon because of it? It's not looking likely at the moment, but it is still Tyrus leading. Zoro is getting speed once again. Will be able to pass Tyrus this time around. No, they get blocked beautifully by Tyrus of Western Warriors marble right there. Tyrus is still leading. Would this be a rookie winning pole for the first time for the Western Warriors here? Tyrus is leading, but Zoro is chasing. And Zoro does make a pass. Zoro is now currently leading. Tyrus is in second though. Icon third as they head into the splits. Exiting the splits. Tyrus is leading. Zoro needs to make a pass to here. Will they be able to do it? It's not looking likely, and Tyrus wins pole for the Western Warriors. Zoro will be getting second, and Icon third. Does mean Tyrus will be starting on pole here for the Western Warriors here. Congratulations to them, especially since they are a rookie marble here in season 3.